Damn. After what, a decade it's been, we are finally at the end. We're at the end of the, I would say, in my personal, look, before we start the video, understand that I am a heavy Cudi fan, alright? So, the review, I don't even call it a review because I tell you, nowadays, I am not a music reviewer. I'm just a motherfucker listening to music, alright? That's who I am. Alright, now, Cudi I'm a big fan of, and it may come off as biased. So if that's the case, you are free to go hit that X button, get the fuck up out of here, because there's going to be a lot of love, and I'm going to try to find a lot of pros and what I like, because I slept on Passion, Pain, Demon Slain, and it has now become, yes, I'm safe to say it has become my favorite Kid Cudi album to date, hands down. It has 2 misses. It's the best experience I've gotten from Kid Cudi, and I wasn't even smoking listening to goddamn Passion, Pain, Demon Slain. As you guys know, I used to be Chief Rocker back in the day. Now I don't do that no more. I am grown up, Dev. I don't do that no more. All right. It's kind of crazy, man. My birthday was this past week, man. You know, it was announced on Tuesday on my birthday when his album was coming out and it was releasing, Man on the Moon 3. I figured it was going to be in 2021, with everything else that he's supposed to be releasing, but he gave it to us at the end of the year. He's putting the team on his back. He's saving 2020. Kid Cudi. Look, as you guys can see right here, Man on the Moon's right there, and Man on the Moon 2 is right here. So, you guys know that I'm a very heavy Cudi. I just love Cudi, man. Cudi has definitely guided me through a lot of dark times, through a lot of great times. His music is just, I feel like, very influential for the generation that we live in. And a lot of people, why it may not be your cup of tea, I feel like a lot of us who actually kind of just go through stuff and kind of have these emotions and whatnot, I feel like we all kind of just resonate towards Cudi because he's speaking to us personally. And I always tell you guys, Cudi is the perfect example of an artist that you want to be like. You want to, he gives you the formula, all right? And when I say the formula, I mean, Cudi's, what? Man on the Moon 1 just went platinum, what, 2 years ago, I think? Or it was this year? Maybe last year. It just went platinum. That is mind-blowing when you think about it. He just went platinum. Lil Pump went platinum. I don't know if he went platinum, but Lil Pump had a song that went platinum in like a week. So put that in perspective, right? So when you think about Kid Cudi, who just went platinum, but it doesn't matter because he's so successful, because while Kid Cudi may sell in limited amounts, he's always going to have 200,000 base fans. It's never going to go away. He's going to have 200,000 riders. He's not going to be a come and go. He's always going to have riders. So he is set for the rest of his life. In terms of music and in terms of financial stability, he is always going to be set. Now, I know this is a long-ass intro, but like always, Ben, I can talk too much. Let's get Man on the Moon 3. And, by the way, this is a little early, so I'm going to listen to you on the stream. For the people on the stream, I'm going to listen to you on the stream. And it's a little early because I got the Dat Piff. I'm going to save part 2 for later, though. I ain't going to do part 2. I'm going to do part, but we're going to do part 1 right now. All right, let's go. First track, Beautiful Trip. That's a perfect intro. I like that, Beautiful Trip. It's already starting! Bro, how the first 5 seconds, he already bring back Man on the Moon vibes. He's bringing that nostalgia back. He's bringing that nostalgia back. He's getting us into it, and we happy about it. Come on now. I know every Cudi fan right here is literally like, oh shit, it's hitting. Hold on. Cudilicious with the hums. Cudilicious with the hums. Next track is called Tequila Shots. That's my mother speeding by, holding on. Asking God to help her, you hit me. Hey. Girl is telling me she don't know. Yeah. Hey, that's kind of fire. Hold on, let me turn my brightness up. Hold on, let me turn my brightness up real quick. But you heard that? Like, damn, the camera. I like that though. I like that. I like he had. You know, I feel like with Cudi, we are going to get the vibes on here. That is what Cudi has built his career on vibes, all right? And I expect the production to be top level, bringing a lot of producers back from Man on the Moon 1 and 2. So I expect it to be top notch, bro.
Don't they hear me, don't speak back. Can't lose, I'm in the third act.
Hey.
Lord seeing me swerve.
That's a play. If I can put it on my playlist right now, that's a playlist, all right? We're going to do it tonight, though, on Spotify. I mean, on stream. We're going to do it tonight.
Hear me now, hey, this time I'm ready for it. Can't stop this war.
The modern Cudi.
Can't stop this war in me. Can't stop this war in me. I'm not just some sad dude. You can see my life, how I grew on serenity.
I feel it. Hey, he just said, I'm not just some sad dude. You can see my serenity. Like, because, again, a lot of people, when I first listened to Cudi, and this is somebody that from a 17-year-old perspective, I'm not talking about somebody that was, oh, I was 8 years old and Day and Night came out. No, bitch. I'm talking about when I was motherfucking 17 years old, had a right mindset to think and give an opinion. Everybody said that Cudi made very emotional, sad music. That he made music that was kind of just like not for regular, stable people. You know, it was for the emotional ass, you know, degenerates. That's what that was kind of labeled back in the day. Or it was for high people. That's what they thought Cudi music was for. But nah, he's not just this sad dude. As you can see, his music has evolutionized, right? The music that we have nowadays, a lot of y'all don't believe that, but a lot of artists take from Cudi. Travis Scott himself, all right? That's one of your favorite artists right now. Sicko mode type shit. But Cudi right here, man, he's just explaining. He's not just some sad dude. He's a human. He has his times where he's sad. He has his time where he's happy. He has his time where he's just a demon. And he also has his times where he's just, you know, at the bottom, nothing but dirt. So I feel that. Like, I feel where Cudi is coming from.
Tell my mom I'm sorry. Give me the hey, this time I'm ready for.
Tell my mom I'm sorry. And then, you know, Cudi got that voice. Let me stop talking. I know, like, I'm like, damn, shut the fuck up, bro.
Hey, I've been here before. Can't stop this war in me. Can't stop this war in me.
Alright, so for that track right there, man, I gotta say, man, Kid Cudi, again, Kid Cudi is the artist who is going to give you great production. He's going to be the artist that's going to give you himself. He's going to give you his full self. He's going to put himself out there. He's going to give you the past, the future, the present, the passion, the pain, the demon slaying. He's going to give you all of that. And I think that, you know, with, you know, the growth that Cudi has had in the last decade, you know, I can feel like all these acts are going to come together. Hold on. I got my picture right here that I got to bring up, actually. Let me bring it up real quick because I want to bring it up. There it is. I want to bring it up so I'm not missing out. So yeah, we got the Return of Madness right here. And the first track was called Tequila Shots. Our Beautiful Trip Tequila Shot. Now we have Another Day. Now I feel like when he says Return to Madness, this is him going back to his roots. Kind of what created this Man on the Moon experience. And I feel like right here, well, everybody, you know, the dreams, you know, his dreams was Man on the Moon, and then his accomplishments was Man on the Moon 2, so Man on the Moon 3, we are still trying to figure out what it is. Maybe it's going back, who knows. But, track 3, Another Day, my bad. I'm talking too much.
If you get this up, it's when I want all the girls at the party. Come along, it's a party, we started. Mixing drinks, how much, who knows? Never loaded my zone, no. Nothing else to fix the problem, but it's her wrong. Guess that there got me on one. The same old thing, ain't what's changing me.
Alright, so this track might be one that has to grow on me, but right now, I mean, I'm feeling the beat. It's just something missing for me on this track. But the first track was still fire, but it's just something right here that's missing kind of for me, and I'm like trying to find it. Maybe it'll pick up in the rest of the song, but I don't know.
Raging with familiar names, think they got it not. And you see me twisted on the low. There he go, yeah, baby, there he go, yeah, really, hit me up, hit me.
Hey.
Ready or not,
hey, who produced this? Comment section below. Who produces?
Same old nigga, the same old thing. Ain't much changing me.
This has to be a whip song. I feel like I gotta get the 16 speakers involved for me to like this song, because I feel like it has great potential. I love like the little, you know, you got the little small, you know, little drum snares going in the background, and you got the little taps. But I feel like I just can't really hear it with my speaker because I ain't really got 16 speakers in my room. I just feel like right there it could just sound better because it's going to be enhanced on the instrumentation. I know, but I'm a sucker for production, so I like little sounds and shit like. As I stated, I need to listen to it in the car. I'm not gonna knock it. That wasn't a bad track, but it was just something missing for me. I love the production. Production has been on point. We only been on 2 tracks, I know, but the production has been on point. So I can't complain about that. But I just need something different. I need a different setting for that track. So next track we got is track 4, She Knows This.
Yeah, it's the scene, she knows this. Yeah, and she's screaming.
But we know truth. Talk about the whole shit, burning the burn clicks.
Now listen, wow, baby, let me say it all.
It's kind of fun. I was a little weird, but I was like, yo, at the beginning, it was like, nah, this is not gonna be it. This is probably going to be my skip. With Kid Cudi albums, I always have at least 1 to 2 skips. It just happens like that. Still classics, but I always have 1 to 2 skips. And I thought this was going to be the one, but it definitely picked.
Yeah, it's to see me, she knows this. Yeah. Yeah, it's to see me, she knows this.
Know my limits, know what it is. Fall into the void.
That's tough. That's tough.
In the brain, no why.
See, I can't be stressing.
No, I can stress.
Hey, I'm definitely digging the low bass tones there, bro. Like, I'm digging the low tones right there, man. Like, yo, that's fire. Cause it picked up. Cause it sounds. You know what's crazy? The sounds that the production sounds like. It sounds like it's doing like a little emergency alert all throughout the song. So it's like meow 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 meow, and then the beat picked up. So it went meow 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 meow, and then like the beat was basically picking up from the emergency type shit. That's how I took it in. All right, I know it may not be the right thing, but music is about how you listen to it and how you interpret it, and that's how I interpret it. All right, fuck you, motherfuckers. Hit the X button. Get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, and she see me, she knows this.
Oh, that's a playlist.
Yeah, and she screaming, she knows this.
That is Man on the Moon to a T. That's Man on the Moon to a T. All right, next track we got is track 5, Dive. Again, I love that track. She knows this. You know, from the highs to lows. From the speed to slow to fast. I felt like that track right there had the best production that we had on this album, and that's Man on the Moon for you right there. That is literally what Man on the Moon is. Now, I'm trying to see. Yeah, Dive is the last track of Act 1. Return to the Madness. It's the last track. So this is how we exit out of Return to Madness. All right, let's see.
Seen nothing like that, shorty with the fat moving to the vibes. See, I'm just with my habitat, play a little bit of that behind. You just close your eyes. See, we taking off, need to stress no time.
Ooh, I was, cause this, you know, it sounds like they do great. Where's that from? Cactus. Stroke by Cactus. What is that? What is that? It's on the. Fuck, what is that? Dude, on a late night. Bird Sing Trap Me Night. Very underrated album. There it is. There, I got it.
Just another evening and I'm needing you. Let's get it. Ready, go set. We won't hold your needle.
Hey, he on them drugs. Hey, he on them drugs on this track. This is he wasted in the middle of the dance floor, you know. It's so hard to trust anyone. This is awesome. That's my shit. I see, hey, Cudi on the trap. Cudi on the trap, not on the track, the trap. All right, so the next track we got is called Damage. Now, oh wait, before we go on, Dive. I like that track. That, like I said, it reminded me of that Bird Sing Trap Me Night song with Travis Scott. Through the Late Night, I think it was called. Don't get me wrong, dude. Oh, you know how Stans be. Dog, how you don't know that shit? You like Travis, dog? I swear to God, bro, you ain't no real fan, bro. You don't even know the track. It's called Through the Late Nights. Not Through the Nights, Through the Late Nights. Y'all asses up, all right? My bad, I got it wrong. You know I know the song. I know the melody, all right? Now, the second part we got is, oh no, the reason that track is so cool to me because it reminded me of that vibe. It reminded me of Trap Cudi. And I feel like Cudi can actually do some trap music. He's not, I feel like when he's in his element, which I have not heard yet, I will say I have not heard yet, but when Cudi is in his element is when we get some of that kind of just, you know, lost, very acid type music, very high music, very, you know, melodic. You know, there's a lot of shit where he's harmonizing his hums. I feel like that's when we get the most potential out of Cudi. Now, I haven't heard anything yet. We on the first track. Maybe we might hear it on Heart of Rose Gold and Powers. But right now we're in Act 2, The Rager and The Menace. So track 6 is called Damaged. All right, let's get that.
Here we are, no shit. Tell the boys we get ripped. Rage on. It's the cops, but
rage.
Hanging all of my way. Yeehaw.
He's at rage on. Yeehaw. Like, Trap Cudi. This is Trap Cudi.
The best of clean. How it goes when you're a damaged man. This is how. So lift up pronto. I'm rubbing the body. With my eyes on the road, them toes is hotty. We off, we slide, we.
Alright, is it me or is Cudi kind of sound like similar to Travis Scott? Now I will say that. Just now, as much as Cudi influenced Travis Scott, I'm not gonna sit there and be naive and act like Travis Scott is not his own shit with the auto-tune. Like, he's done the auto-tune, he's definitely deserved that right to be auto-tune Travis Scott. Now, I feel like right here, this just sounds a lot like Travis Scott. And I feel like Travis Scott should have been on the feature if it was going to be that. Now, I didn't mind the last track where it was Trap Cudi, but this one just sounds too very similar to Travis Scott. That's my opinion, all right? As much as I love Cudi, I gotta give it a little bit. It's a little bit of push right here. That hook though is amazing, bro. That hook is amazing. All right, that hook is amazing, man. That sounds like that has Mike Dean all over it. Again, I want to say about the Travis Scott thing, and this sounds too similar to Travis Scott for me to kind of just like it. It was all right. The hook was amazing though. The hook was amazing. It was the best part of the track. I just think that another thing what I was thinking about when I was listening to the song was maybe we really do have the Scotts coming. I do have all 4 of the Scott's colors over there on vinyl. I'm gonna put it in a thing because I think that's cool, kind of a cool collector's item to be, designed by Cause. I thought that was, it's going to be a cool kind of collective thing when I put it in a frame, side by side. So I just think that it's really, when you think about it, man, like, it's really crazy how, it's like the teacher and the teacher and the apprentice, and then now the apprentice following the teacher as well. But yeah, maybe the Scotts is really coming out this year with this kind of track happening. And I'm definitely cool with a Cudi trap vibe. I just want to hear some more melodic shit. I think we all can agree with that. All right. If you're a Cudi fan for a long time, we just want to hear that kind of shit that's going to make us depressed and think about life, right? Like Swimming the Light, Solo Dolo, track like that. Trying to think Trouble Boy. I'm trying to think of some other tracks that we all name your favorite slow Cudi tracks. But I just think that's right there, man. That's one of those tracks where I couldn't just really get down with just because of the similarities. Now, track 7 is Heaven on Earth. Heaven on Earth 251 special. All right, now if you like 251, y'all can't say that. That's racist. I'm Asian. All right, y'all can't say that. All right. Has like that lullaby type thing going on. That ling 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 ling. Meow 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 meow.
I've been doing it perfect. Wanted to last my whole life. Could've gone back and be trife. Lot of good niggas get caught in the fight. Don't embellish, just tell us we in. The strongest of men catch us on the throne. Yeah.
It's rap. It is rap Cudi, man. I don't know, man.
See just what you see in a nigga lies. Searching in these streets, what I need, I'm a roll the dice.
Animal. Nah. Myself on my sacrifice, look at the lights low.
I think this is the first miss.
Don't embellish, just tell us we in. The strongest of men catch us on the throne. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that shit actually had me switch my mic. I think that might be the worst track that we have on this album. That is a pure skip. Like, the nursery kind of just, Jack in a Box type shit. I thought that was kind of cool at the beginning, but I just felt like it was a lot of Cudi screaming and, not really anything kind of just connected with me. I thought we could have definitely did better, but who knows? I mean, maybe he had like a little vision that he wanted to do there. Kind of just, with the madness, or this is the menace. I mean, the rage of the menace right here. So maybe he wanted to make it sound suspenseful, like Jack in the Box, like I said, him coming out of the box type shit, sounds really menaceful. I don't know. I just didn't like that track. And I think that's a hard skip for me. Like, really, that's a hard skip. Now, track 8 is Show Out, featuring Skepta and Pop Smoke. Now, again, this is the track that I was saying when I did the Man on the Moon predictions, and I was worried about, like, was this done before Pop Smoke, or was this during after the fact? Because there's only 2 features on here. 3 features. Skepta, Pop Smoke, and Trippie Redd. Which is a blessing to be on the final trilogy of Man on the Moon and to get Skepta, Pop Smoke, and Trippie Redd. 3 artists that I would have never expected. Are we going to get some woo back Cudi? Some woo back Cudi. I feel like this has to be a drill beat. If Pop Smoke is on here, it has to be a drill beat, right? Because I have not heard anything else from Pop Smoke unless it's on a drill beat. And I'm going to tell you right now, horny Pop Smoke, that is not the deal. RIP to Pop, can't say Pop without the smoke. No matter what, horny Lil TJ, horny Pop is not the deal. All right, I'm going to say that right now. So if it's that, God help us, please. God help us. But Skepta, I know Skepta can hop on an NY drill because NY drill is the same as UK drill. It's the same thing. It sounds, y'all know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? So we gonna see. But hearing Cudi on a drill, that's going to be crazy. I've heard 5 seconds of this track. 5 seconds. It was of Skepta, and he was ripping it. So there it is, very distinct. We know what time. We know what time it is. All right, let me go ahead and stand up because I'm gonna hit a. RIP to Pop. First, man, RIP to Pop, man. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, imagine, can you imagine in the afterlife looking down, you become a megastar? Like, when X passed away, I thought that was the biggest Pop I've seen in a while. No pun intended. And then, like, when Pop Smoke passed away, that was even bigger. Like, RIP to Juice WRLD when Juice WRLD passed away, but I feel like Pop passing away, and for him to not have as much relevance yet as both of those artists, and to then become a megastar following his death, I thought that was crazy. That just goes to show you about how it is so important for marketing and for your business to get out there, because his music was good. It's just the fact that a lot of people didn't know who he was and haven't heard from him. So when it actually got out there and the masses and the billions of people were able to, you know, have an opinion and to decide a decision to whether or not to like him, everybody said, yes, we like him. And he became a megastar after he passed away. That's real sad, man. RIP to Pop Smoke, man. Get in comment box below, man. Hit me with an RIP Pop Smoke.
All my niggas is ready to go. Pop Smoke, big smoke, clipping the stick in the coat.
That's the part I heard. RIP to Pop Smoke, big smoke. And that's all I heard. That's all I heard.
Missing the show. Got the ladies hitting my phone. Got the man them hitting the wall. Me plus 10 on the list, they know.
Hey, I actually found out some UK lingo. Hit me up right here. Hold on. So first of all, shout out to Skepta. He's a hit or miss for me, but he be hitting most of the time, and then sometimes he be missing. But here, all right. Hey, you ready? Hey, man, them back there looking for the great team with the big bot. Hey, I'm looking for the great teams out there with the big bot. Wait, is it the great teams? The great teams with the big bot. Somebody get in the comment box below and translate that for me. Man, them over there looking for the great teams with the big bot.
Left wrist order my PK, right wrist whipping the whip on the stove. You don't care about fame, just trying to get rich on the low.
We about to get Cudi drill. 2020 Cudi drill.
I pray to God, bro, over arms. Don't get trip, get grip. Hands all over these chips. Watch this flip. No see I.
Cutalicious on the drill track. This is crazy. This is 2020. We got Kid Cudi. If I told you 10 years ago that Kid Cudi was going to be on a drill track, would you have believed me? That's fire. That's fire. All right, I'm gonna say it like this, man. Before we go ahead and give the Cudi, because a lot of you guys are gonna call me hypocrites, I said the same thing. I asked the question at the beginning: if he was here before or after this track, you know, after Pop, you know, before or after Pop passed away, was this track recorded? Because if not, then I feel like this is definitely a move where you kind of just boost your album sales. And as much as I love Cudi, you know, you're not, you know, excused from that. And, you know, again, I would never expect a Cudi on a drill track. I think that's already a red flag. As much as I liked it, I think that's kind of a red flag. Like, you know, maybe this was a power move to pull that away. Skepta, again, he does UK drill, so it's for him. He's going to already do this. You know, he's going to know what to do. So I feel like right there, man, a great track, but from a political standpoint, we don't know. And that right there is kind of just for me, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm saying I don't know. And now we get to probably the track that I've been expecting to be the fieriest track on the album. Mr. Solo Dolo 3. Now, well, for my people that's been fucking with me for like the last 5 years, you guys know that Mr. Solo Dolo is my top 5 Cudi track. Swimming the Light is also somewhere swimming in the top 5. I just don't know where. I feel like when you have a top 5, you really don't have to put them, you don't have to have them in necessarily any type of order, but as long as it's in your top 5, it's in your top 5. Solo Dolo is probably, again, the fact that I've released Man on the Moon 3 video before I released Man on the Moon 1 video, a lot of people are going to be really upset. But when I do that Solo Dolo and you understand why it hits me so hard, then you'll understand why I kind of waited. All right, trust me, it'll be worth the wait. Now, again, let me not speak on it too much before I get disappointed. And the reason why I'm happy because I know this has to be a mellow track. It's also the end of Act 2, so it has to be a mellow track. He said he don't need nobody, dip into hell and dark corners. See, that track right there is exactly what I mean. See, no one knows, man. The only people that know about your own struggle is yourself. No one can tell you anything. At the end of the day, if you're telling people lies, the one thing you can't lie to is yourself. In your own head, you are always going to live with the truth. Now, Solo Dolo is one of those tracks that got me through a lot of things, and a lot of people didn't know that because I'm the type of person I don't share anything with anybody. I'll handle it by myself. I know a lot of people tend to cope or whatever how they do, or they always like to vent out and have people to feel sorry for them because that's their way. That's their outlet. You know, they got to let people know. For me, I'm going to get over myself. While I can do that, a lot of people can't. And they depend on medicine. They depend on, you know, many people to talk to. They depend on a lot of stuff. I just depend on music and myself, and you know, that's it. You battle it by yourself. So I feel like right here, Mr. Solo Dolo 3 is going to be exactly what a continuation of what we got from 1. That's just how I feel. And I think that it's just already sounding great. But let me not say anything too much. Let me just wait.
Say I'm waiting to die, I cry. Meaning that the spitting, fucked up living the lie. Figured I'm just fed up, this bitch to sleep. Too many issues, but let's see I work through it. I think they know what the problems are. Everybody waiting till the devil goes. Yeah, I take it.
I don't know if I agree with the low tones there. When I say the low tone, I mean the drown out. I understand that it's supposed to give it a feeling, but I just didn't like how you couldn't really hear him too much. The beat was very overpowering, and his voice was just getting drowned out. Yeah, that's supposed to be for an added effect. I understand that. I really wish you could definitely hear a little bit more pain in his voice. That's the one thing I'm looking for, the pain in his voice, because this is the end. This is the menace right here. Like, heard that. That's so factual.
It's just a question why. Lord, you show me that I'm destined, I'm gonna fly. I ain't sleeping, no, that's not for me. Yeah, I take it, they don't know about it. Yeah, I take it, I don't need nobody.
And that's where we're probably going to end part 1 here, man. Look, man, I gotta say, that track right there, as much as I didn't like the drowned out sound at the beginning of the first verse, I just think that it ended really well. The second half was great. I think that it's a great end of that. Hopefully the last man, not the Mr. Solo Dolo that we get. Solo Dolo 1 is just really hard to bet, to beat. It's one of the greatest Cudi tracks, if not the greatest Cudi track that he has. One of the most memorable Cudi tracks. Probably the one track that kind of just got us involved in that emotional state, that kind of depressive state where, like, you just understand that sometimes in this world you gotta do stuff alone. You gotta do it in your own mind. And, it's going to be hard, but at the same time, that's what we go through, right? As human beings, everybody has their own story. So I think that right there, Mr. Solo Dolo kind of shows you, while he has had growth, it shows you that Kid Cudi is still going through his own trials and tribulations. And the fact that while he still does have it all of the support, all of the help, all of, well, he's back on the drug. Well, not back on the drugs, but he's smoking again, so that's a good thing for him at least. And just all of the above, man. All of the above, him, all of it coming together and him finding himself again. I think that, it's a good thing, but he still has his own time to reflect. Now, I will say that's what I want to talk about as well, man. I'm glad that he is happier on his Man on the Moon. If there's one thing I am noticing, he is happier on his Man on the Moon. There's a lot of rapping going along, but I can also say that's kind of a tribute to Travis Scott. We saw the interview and it was saying that Cudi and Travis Scott was like, hey, won't you rap more, type shit like that. And now you see Cudi like rapping again, got the Scotts. I can definitely see that the Scotts is coming. It's a very heavy influence, crazy, because Cudi influenced Travis, but then now Travis is saying, hey, we need you to rap more. You should rap more. And, when you're telling your idol that he should rap more and your idol's actually listening to you, I think that's kind of crazy. you know, the fact that they're actually, you know, being hand in hand, or instead of being, you know, kind of fan and, you know, artists, they're kind of just peers now. So I think that right there, it kind of just shows you the growth of Cudi. It shows you how he's just in a different mindset. Again, people make the best music when they're sad. Trap Soul, Brent Faiyaz, Future, Kid Cudi. It's just crazy how we depend, Drake. It's crazy how we depend on a lot of these artists, you know, sad emotional state for great music. The Weeknd. It's kind of just, it's fucked up as it sounds. You know, we get the best music when they're in a bad state. And I don't want to wish that on anybody. But I'm just glad that Cudi is happy. As for the first half, I felt like this was more of the Scots instead of Man on the Moon 3. But we're going to definitely listen to the rest of the album. And hopefully, towards the end, in the next 2 acts, we'll get more of a, you know, melodic type Cudi instead of a, you know, a rapping Cudi. Because while it wasn't bad, I mean, there was only one true skip on here. You know, one true skip, which was Heaven on Earth. That's the only true skip on here. So, like, that's it. I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying that you have to understand that I have a personal preference when it comes to Cudi. And if he's going to rap, it has to be some great production. The production was on point, though. Get in the comment box below. Let me know who produced the first couple of tracks in the comment box below. That'd be great. And, yeah, man. But we're going to get ready for part 2. Let me know how you feel about the track so far.